Check. Alright, are we ready?
Yes.
Can you feel the tension? Oh no. Can you feel the pressure? Can you feel the pressure? Can you feel the pressure? Can you feel the pressure?
My name is Michel. I'm the founder and owner of Phosphotrax Productions, and I'm the main producer. I founded this company back in, a long time ago, 2010. Actually in 2004 when my first child was born, because I wanted to stop touring and I didn't want to move out of the music. Because I love the music, I love music, you know. I had the idea to create my own studio, my own little production, you know, and then it was growing from there. Started in the bedroom, like the most of the producers. I ended up in a different room, so my wife was very happy about that. I came into this whole rave EDM stuff, I mean, back in the days when I was dive into that, it was rave. That was 1995, 96, something like that. We raved around, we had our gloves, you know, we had our blinking stuff around, you know. Yeah, it was so fascinating, and all these DJs, you know, and it catched me from day one because the music was so touching. I tried to also mix that vinyls. I mean, back in the days it was vinyl, you know. I started to mixing around and follow the DJs, and then I started to get my own gigs, you know, after a few years, and somehow I never liked it. I mean, I love the music. I love the music to play. I love the music to hear, you know, to listen, to go to the clubs, to the raves. But somehow I was never the guy that wanted to stand up there, you know. So I never felt comfortable when I was standing there in the clubs and people watching me. And I mean, I was also one of them, you know, watching these DJs and whoa. You know, but on the other side, I didn't like it when the people doing that to me, you know. So I was more an introvert, or I am more an introvert than an extrovert person, you know. But mainly, I enjoy the music, you know, not the thing around, you know. It's one reason why I changed to be a producer, to want to make my own music, you know. And the second reason was the born of my first child, you know, back in 2004, touring around, coming home at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, you're sleepy, you're tired, and then, I mean, there is a little child, a little baby that wants to be fun, you know, wants to have fun, you wants to, yeah, get something from you, and you get 1 hour of sleep, and you have to get back up, you know. Yeah, it was hard. I prefer the family, so I stopped touring, I stopped being DJ. I mean, yeah, it was anyway time because I didn't really like it anymore. But I wanted to stay in the music. I wanted to create my own music. But as I'm not coming out of a musician family, you know, I don't have any background, any piano, any instrument background. I mean, I played flute when I was 12 and it was horrible. It was. But yeah, I just learning by doing. It was quite a hard way. In these days, it's much easier with all the YouTube videos, with all the tutorials you have, and I'm still watching them because I love it. My most successful projects, yeah, that's Dave 202. It's funny because we are friends for a long time, really. He was one of the DJs I looked up to in my beginning years of producing music. Yeah, we never found a way together. And then at one stage, about 12 years ago or something, we started on a track together, and we grew together. And yeah, that's really the most important part for me. When I work with someone, you grow together, you know. So you're really creating something, and you grow together. And he's the most successful partner I had, or still have. With I think it's Venom, the best track or the most successful track. And also working with Gil Glaze was amazing, like I said, because all these partners you got with him, like Madcon or like Chainsmokers or remixes for Robin Schulz and stuff. Our remix was played quite a few times from Robin Schulz itself at his festivals and parties, and yeah, it's always nice to see, you know, that the people like your stuff. I had a lot of clients, you know. I really got requests from a lot of DJs. I made music for Universal Music, for Sony, for Warner, for Ultra Music. We made a lot of remixes, a lot of productions itself, you know. I think it was 2011 or something. Made a remix for Avicii and Sebastian Drums. My own project, 20 Feet Down, is also very successful. I worked a lot with my friend from Switzerland, Dave 202. We made a lot of rave sounds together, and yeah, the most successful track was Venom with about, I think there's about 7 million now, 7 million hits. We made a theme song for Sense8, the Netflix series back in the days, then around, was it 2012, 2013, with Knockdown, you know, like a hard acid track. You wanna bring out your best, you know, and it's music. For me, it's all about being creative, you know, and as more pressure you have, it's in my case, as less creative I am. That's why I stopped to work with a lot of people, with a lot of clients, so I could go back to my sound I want to make, you know, and that's all about, and it's all about fun. It's all about being creative. My aliases are I am Josh Green when I produce tech house or some more techno tech house stuff. Then I'm Marco Serrano when I'm producing some down tempo lo-fi stuff. I'm 20 Feet Down when I'm producing some deep house, melodic house stuff, maybe also radio stuff, you know, sometimes some progressive house. It was one of the first projects I started, 20 Feet Down, and yeah, I really like it because I have it so long. And then I have Castlebrook. That's for me some sort of melodic techno, some chill dance. I made one project like Savage Vibe. That's when I'm really on disco house music, you know.
Tell me a bit why you have different aliases for different types of music.
It's exactly because of that, because I like quite a wide spectrum of music. I like to produce a wide spectrum of music. As an example, with Josh Green, that's one of my main acts, or beside of 20 Feet Down. I like to make tech house, you know, real hard clubby stuff, groovy stuff. And imagine you produce something and you release something with 20 Feet Down. That's radio sound, you know, radio music, and then a month later you're getting a release in tech house, you know. You're releasing some tech house, and then you're releasing some EDM, and then you're releasing some melodic house, you know. That's, for me, that's not working, you know, on the same name. There are artists, they're releasing sometimes some radio stuff and then sometimes some EDM. So for me, that was not working. So I wanted to have different projects for different sound styles. For me, as a producer, I have a lot of ideas. I mean, my musical background is just I come out of pop music, you know. So I listened to pop music all my life. Then I went into rave, into EDM, into all the genres, and I really like different stuff in the different styles. I go into the studio and I produce what I'm feeling, what I want to do, what I like. This can be EDM, this can be chill out, this can be progressive house, this can be melodic techno, whatever. This also can be kids music, you know. But when it's coming down to what I really love, everything with emotions, because music for me, I mean, it's an old one. Music is emotion, you know. Music is a universal language. Yeah, everyone says that, but it's just true, you know. I mean, I can't understand Chinese, I can't understand a Japanese or something, you know. But if I play the music, my most listened in Marco Serrano in the chill out and lo-fi project is from Japan. So it's a universal language, and you try to talking to your customers, you try to talking to the people, and as long as we are reaching the people's heart, you know, the emotions, It's like winning a Grammy, you know. For me, I get the same feeling when I really reach the people, you know. When the people are getting goosebumps from music that you produce, you know, that's one of the highest things you can reach. You always connect music with some situation, some sort of situations. A good example, we drove back in 2014. We drove with a family. We went for a Florida holiday. We rented a car. We drove to Florida. And then we came to a bridge, I think it was Marcos Island or something. We drove up that bridge, and exactly in that moment we had Charlie XLC on the radio with I Don't Care. And we were happy, we were driving around, it was nice. And then every one of us just freaked out because of that song. We pumped up the volume, you know, everyone was shouting, we drove into the bridge, I don't care, you know, and it was perfect. It was a moment, you know, and I will remember that my whole life. And I will connect that song with that moment.
How long did it end up taking you to make the lo-fi beat specifically?
Usually a day, especially when you walk into the studio and you are in the mood of like, okay, it's nice, a chill beat or something, you have something in mind. You're just walking in the studio and you're sitting down and you try to bring your ideas onto your door.
But like, where did that idea come from? Did you just specifically like think of, okay, cool, today I'm feeling some chill vibes?
Absolutely not. No, you're just driving around and you just hear something in the radio, and then maybe they're talking about something or emotions or something, and then it jumps into your mind. I mean, the best example is your day is done, you know, you are sleepy, you think, okay, I'm going to bed. You're laying down, and then your mind is start working, you know. And that's the biggest ideas, and I'm always when I'm laying in bed and have some ideas, I say, okay, tomorrow morning, I really need to write it down. And it's always ending in the same point. You have no idea what you were thinking that night before. That's why the biggest producer, they have always some, like a dictaphone on the side of the bed, you know, and recording your lyrics or your melodies, you know, like or something, you know. I mean, with lo-fi or with especially down-tempo sound, it's just nice to make because it brings yourself down, you know. It's like a kind of a mood. You're here, you're chill, you know, you're just floating around, you're flying around your sounds, and yeah. I'm not thinking about, is it cool for someone else? I mean, at that moment, do I want to listen to that when I'm sitting somewhere, study some stuff, you know, because we are happy enough to have some really two serious girls about studying, and they really study almost day and night and getting their results done, but also they need something at the back. I mean, we listened to our music in the past, the pop music or rock music, you know, and we didn't really study, you know, so we just banged to the music, you know, we jammed around. But in these days, it's funny how these lo-fi, down-tempo, chill-out lounge stuff is really helping the kids to focus, because it's not, I mean, I remember my days when I was studying, I was sitting there on the study table and with the books and everything. It was just quiet and just, you know, just boring, and you're counting the hours down. But if something is like playing in the background, you know, it's like, okay, it's something floating. It's not as quiet, you know. You need something, and that's quite the best stuff to do that. Yeah, it's massive. I mean, we had quite a successful one with one track, and it was funny because it was not the track I expected it. I expected it from maybe one or two other tracks I made with that project with Marco Serrano, you know, because I thought, oh wow, that's a really cool beat, that's a nice beat. That should be something that the people like, you know. The people liked it, but not as much as I expected it. And then the one track was probably the slowest, the most calm of all the tracks. I never expected it like that. And then this was picked up by Apple. They put it into The Lounge, that's a big playlist, and it charted in 106 countries. No, it was amazing. You just wanna dive into your world, you know. And then you're just sitting down, you make some beats, you're just ending up and making a cool melody and not thinking about it. That's always the best way. I mean, the best productions or the best tracks, they're just growing out of a little idea, and most of them are done in 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, not the whole track. I mean, it's days of work after that. But the most simple ideas, they are just within 10 to 15 minutes, and then you just go from there. You know? Well, what can we expect from me in the future? It's quite a lot, because I'm working day and night almost in the studio because I just love it. For me, it's not a job, it's just a passion, and I will releasing quite a lot of 20 Feet Down sounds, new music from Josh Green, new club bangers from 20 Feet Down, actually, because I'm working on that at the moment. And then always in between, I love to make some new Marco Serrano stuff, you know, some study music. I also like to release more of Castlebrook, because I really digging that sound, you know, that chill dance. It's satisfying to listen, because it's so much emotion in that music, you know. So, and also some Savage Vibe disco music. So yeah, can I get a sneak peek? Okay, let's go. Sorry.